Hello, beautiful familia. My spirit familia. If you're new to this channel, I'm Estefania, but you can call me Steph. And the channel is called Spirit Led Steph because, I'm here to be led. I decided about 5 years ago when my life completely changed from being a professional musician and performer to waking up to the love of God outside of religious institution, outside of concepts from the past, but really a personal experience of what real love is. And through that, coming to know who I truly am, which wasn't a singer, which wasn't anything that I did in the world, but like my inherent worth. And it came from that ultimate love and from that experience. And so I come on here to share not only my story, but what's showing up for me and being true to the moment. And something that's really on my heart today, I have my little leaf when I go on this walk, which I won't be doing after tomorrow because I'm moving into a new place. But enjoy it while we have it, right? Because what's in front of us is for us. And that's really what I want to talk about, actually. You know, there's two things on my heart. The idea of sharing, sharing is something that brings us together. And I don't mean like sharing a toy, right? I mean sharing what is showing up for us. Sharing not only like we've made, for example, IG and socials, this place of sharing all the things that look good. And it's not because like it's intentionally like I want to deceive the world and show that I'm only happy. No, it's just because there is a drive within us. When we see something beautiful, when we feel beautiful, when we have a beautiful experience, we have an innate pull, an innate nudge. What's the word? We have an innate draw, like it draws us in to share. Sharing is part of how we experience joy, and yet we can get lost in the sharing, and the ego can attach to sharing, right? Like, oh, let me show this and then somehow feel better in comparison to, when really all I want to do is share how happy I am right now. Share how beautiful this place is. Look at this blessing, whatever it is. It's a beach, it's a snowy mountain, it's a little forest in the middle of a bunch of condominiums, like whatever it is, we have this desire, this innate desire to share because we're made to share. We're made to be in union because we are in union, and we've been deceived that we're all separate. We believe that these bodies are all separate. Like we see bodies that are separate and therefore immediately think that that is what the truth is. And the truth is way beneath it. The body is just a vehicle of what is really true within us. And so, it's like we have this call to share, and yet we don't really share what's hard for us. We don't share the doubts that come up. We don't share the difficulty. We don't share the freaking journey that's been a challenge to get where we are now. We share when it's all feeling good. And we all fall into this. And it's so important. The new era is the authentic era. This is the time to be you. And being you is about sharing what's showing up for you. And I don't mean you all need to come on YouTube. Like that's what feels true to me. But definitely for the spaces around you, for the people you do share with, let's not be afraid anymore to share what's been hard and what's been fruitful. What's been challenging and what's been a blessing. And that many times the blessings feel like blessings because we moved through something that was seemingly difficult, or that was challenging, was breaking down concepts in our mind, or inviting us to a more expansive understanding of ourselves, of love, of our family, And so let's share that. Let's share that, because wherever we are sharing, let's let our sharing be complete, so that our brothers and sisters that are one with us in the mind, because it's really ultimately just one mind experiencing itself seemingly differently, but it's one mind, one spiritual heart. We are so connected. We are all giving each other permission. We are all reflecting each other. We are all influencing each other. And it's no more, forget the age of influencers of like everything looking chic and beautiful and perfect and edited. No, this is the age, the call of the heart is the age of authenticity. It is the age of being truthful, of saying what's really showing up. And all of this is coming from because it was my birthday last weekend, and I went to one of my favorite spots in Miami. I wish I could go there more often, and I don't, and maybe I should. But you never know if it's a beach, if it's going to be choppy or not. Like it's such a serene, beautiful. For me, it's a reflection of a place. It's a place to become really reflective. It invites you into deep gratitude and awe and silence, and just it takes you into the present moment, because all those things are different ways and avenues that take us into the present moment, which is where our reality lies, which was where true happiness lies, which is where we meet God, where we meet love. Yeah? Not talking about a church, not talking about an institution, talking about the presence of love, of unconditional truth, of light, And so I went to this place, and I had to share like later on after, not the time that I was there. I'm gonna go this way. Not while I was there. I enjoyed it while I was there. I had moments that I was like, oh my gosh. And I went up to the lighthouse. It was so symbolic. The lighthouse. And you could see, through everything, you could see the lighthouse was like this. You could see the lighthouse when you're at the bottom, and you're just like amazed by the lighthouse. It has such a presence, and it's right at the tip at the end of the beach. And then you can actually go up the lighthouse, which was a gift. I wasn't able to do that last time. And the vision you get, the perspective you get from seeing all of it is so magical. I got to see a manta ray as well. It was out in the ocean, and you could see it. And it's just like, when we're on the beach, we wouldn't be able to receive that or see what's in the water. And so all of this was like, I got all these experiences. This is what I'm trying to get to. I got all of these experiences from following my heart, to go to a place that I know makes me come into presence, that brings me into the love of God and who I am. Even though it's not the place itself that carries it. It's my mind. I'm the one bringing that experience. I'm the one choosing to allow that, because of the changes I've gone through, because of the awakening I've gone through. I use it for me. I can see how it reflects. It's a beautiful symbol of peace. Nature is just a wonderful place to regulate, to come back into balance, because it is. It finds its own balance all the time. So we can find places that do that. And so I shared that, right? I shared that on my socials a day or two after, whatever videos or pictures I was inspired to take. And I could intuitively perceive how it could be seen as if I'm just sharing these beautiful spots I'm going to for my birthday, and I feel blessed and I want to share that with people. Yes. And at the same time, there's so much more than just the spot. The sharing is like, this is not about like, me sharing is not taking away anything from you. Like, there's something in the mind, and I was there, right? Where we look at other people's pictures and videos, and if they're positive and beautiful, there's something in us that feels like they have it better. There's something greener on that side, right? The grass is greener on the other side. And the truth is that in that moment, that was what was given me on my birthday experience. Beautiful, so grateful, so thankful. Wow. And yet, 2-3 days before, I could have been here. I could have been in rain. I could have been in different things, right? I've been showing up here. And we get this idea that we share one thing and then the mind just makes this assumption that that's what that person's life is like, right? Like that's all that they experience. They have it good. I'm here, I don't know, in the cold, thinking of someone in the cold looking at a sunny video. Or I'm here at my home and I have my kids and I can't do that. Whatever it is. Yeah, I've been there with those thoughts. And it's just like the call to share is really to unite us, is so that we can express the ultimate happiness, but also let's not leave out, yeah, I'm here. This is reflecting that, but it's not about the place. It's not about like my life being better. It's not about that. We're not here to compare. We're here to inspire each other. Maybe invite you to go to that place at some point. But I'm trying to weave in this idea of sharing, because sharing is so important, and that we don't forget that all aspects of what we live are important to share, because we all learn from each other. We all grow together. We all face challenges. Even if they're seemingly different, the mind is one, right? And then when we get this idea of sharing the positive aspects and stuff like that, let's also remember as viewers and as sharers of positive things that it's not to compare, it's not to prove anything to anybody. It's because it should come from a space of true happiness, joy, love, gratitude, feeling blessed, and that's something that we wish for everyone. It's not just for ourselves. That's the real wish. That's the true desire under all of it. And we can get caught up. Where are you? You guys hear her? There she is. That's a blue jay. We can get caught up in thinking, oh, what this person has is better, or they're more happy, or whatever it is. And we don't know. We absolutely don't know what people are going through, what's showing up for them. And yeah, maybe they do have a happy moment and they're sharing it. Good for them. Beautiful. Let's send our blessings. Let's send our gratitude for our brothers being able to enjoy their things. And at the same time, also know that this is not wholly representative of their life. This is not wholly representative of what they experience, of what they've gone through. They're sharing a moment, a tiny instant. And many share it from a place of perfecting and trying to get it perfect, So it's like, let's use the sharing to our benefit. Let's make sharing something wholesome, complete. Try to get the full picture. And then, so after I felt that I shared those things, and I could, sense that, it could be perceived like, oh, this is just all this positive things that I'm living. And I'm like, you know what? And specifically, I'm talking about IG, right? I'm going to come on here and talk about how, it's not about the place that we are. Don't ever think that someone else's grass is greener. Because if you have grass in front of you, or you don't have any grass and you have concrete in front of you, then that concrete is there to bless you, right? The invitation is always to radically accept and see the light in what is in front of you, in the situation, in the relationship, in the role that you're playing now, motherhood, the career, the loss of a job. Whatever is in front of you, a person posting a beach doesn't define them in no way represents what they're really in the bigger picture of their life, or even in the bigger picture of this week, have been through. So let's also step back and know that. And at the same time, know that it's like we are all learning from each other. We can all be inspired by each other. We're not here to compare and then forget about where we are and somehow reject and have a aversion to where I am now, to what I'm living now, and find a way to escape. Don't try to escape. Let's not do that. It's there for us. The more we resist it, the more it persists. Right? And it just becomes bigger in our mind, and the suffering becomes greater because your invitation, your healing is with what's in front of you. Today, this week, this month, but ultimately it's every moment, moment to moment. What is here is inviting me to healing, to look at my mind, to get to know myself truly, to surrender deeper to the divine so that I can trust more, so that I can be more devoted. Look at this beautiful monarch. Let me see if you guys, no, she's flying away. She just flew. And there, she's circling around. I don't know if monarchs are symbolic to anyone on here, but she's flying around. And so, yeah. Let's remember that what's in front of us is a gift, no matter how it looks, right? Whatever's showing up in our body, it's inviting us to deeper trust. It's inviting us to deeper relationship with the divine and with our brother, because it's through our brother that we experience the divine. It's through our thoughts and how we treat our internal posture, right? That state within, the way we look at everything, that is defining how we come into relationship with it. And God is a part of all of it, in the sense that the spirit is in the fabric of all of it. It is all there to be used towards your healing, or you can use it for your egoic mind to step in and get lost in it and doubt it. And that's not, I say that not because that inherently is bad. We all go through that. That's part of it, right? That's part of being true. This is what I'm feeling. I'm doubting, yes. But ultimately, it's not to be stuck there. It's to move through it. It's to see it. Yeah, you got to look to overlook, how the Course in Miracles says. Like, it's to look at it, move through it, but ultimately it has the purpose of healing. Ultimately, it has the purpose of bringing you back to truth. Yeah, of bringing you deeper into prayer, deeper into union with the divine. That is the ultimate purpose of this moment. And whatever situation is occurring, being, showing up for you. So let's invite that, and let's not get lost in the posts and things of others when they're trying to share whatever is a happy moment for them, or, seemingly. And I think we can start to now more and more decipher things that are done with intuitive love and sharing and happiness and joy, than with, like, I don't know, the intention of showing up or feeling better than, or, coming from a place of wholeness and love, versus coming from a place of insecurity and having to prove and need to prove worthiness. So that's also something that we can start checking in with ourselves. Like, am I posting from a place of worthiness because I'm in joy and I want to share? Or am I posting because I need to look a certain way, because I need to get a certain response, a certain amount of likes? And, am I perfecting what I need to look at so that it feels a certain way? Like, I think being very discerning about that is a huge invitation to our authenticity and to our healing, and to, seeing what's coming up. What are we trying to prove to the world? And what are we believing about others who are sharing? Yeah, so sharing is an innate part of who we are, and we should be sharing. And we should be sharing the whole picture more and more in whatever capacity and mediums we feel to. But ultimately, it can also deviate us, right? Because the mind is split, always going back to that. The egoic mind can always take it as a form of separation, when really it's a form of union. It's a form of sharing, of inspiring, of becoming closer to each other, of maybe even a call to communication. So yeah, this is an invitation for me as well to come towards sharing from a place of wholeness, to be more discerning of how I'm sharing. And then also more discerning and giving people a little more like, it's not the benefit of the doubt, but giving them more of a, like a grace in like whatever they're sharing. Why am I deciding what that means for them? And why do I in any way feel the need to compare or contrast it? We don't need to. There is nothing that we need to compare to another, because it's like comparing, I don't know, a chapter in your book, but it's not even a chapter, because a post, like I said, doesn't show the entirety of the picture. It in no way fully expresses who this person is, what they're going through, what's going on. And so that's why this video has like different parts. It's a call to share, but it's a call to be aware as we share. And it's a call to be aware when others share what shows up for us. Because ultimately we want to share in truth. We want to share our joy. We want to come closer to each other. We want each other's attention and love and belonging. But are we doing it through the right way? Is it really bringing us towards that? Or is there some lack of communication? Is there some lack of security and worthiness that's actually propelling it? So let's sit with those questions and be more aware of how we post and how we do. Let's show up and be true sharers of love, true sharers of joy, and true sharers of difficulty, of challenges. That's what we walk together in this. So why not show up together in that way too? Right? All right, wishing you all a beautiful, blessed week full of miracles. And remember to share and be you. 2222 on the clock as I said that. All right, till next time.